because I've noticed this being a trend, right? These dating apps and even just social media in general kind of paints a negative image of the opposite sex. And I've noticed that there's this like divide between men and women in modern day society, and I don't think it's healthy. Yo, what is up, guys? So about a year ago, a little over a year ago, year and a half ago, when I first started my YouTube channel, I made a video called Why You Should Delete Your Dating Apps. And to this day, that's the most popular video that I made. A lot of people really resonated with it. I think it's got like over 30,000 views, but I wanted to make this video kind of as a follow-up to that. And I do this because, you know, within the past year and a half of me making that video, I was in a relationship and I was off dating apps. I'm freshly single again now, so I thought, you know, might as well try to hop on the dating apps again, see if anything's changed, and just see if my opinion on it is any different than it was, you know, a year and a half ago. And in this video, I want to make it apply it specifically to a woman's perspective, and I want to give you guys a little bit of a different standpoint on it, viewpoint on it, than I did in my original video. And so to start it off, I want to give you guys what I assume is probably the average woman's experience when getting on dating apps. And that is that they get on Tinder or Bumble or whatever dating app they get on, and you know, they put their profile together, upload some pictures, and then probably within a short period of time, they start getting matches and they start getting a lot of attention on these apps. And I say that because there's more men typically on these dating apps than women. And we all know how men operate, right? Men are the ones who kind of have to make the first move, right? They're the ones who are sending the first message typically in most situations. And because of that, women are getting a lot of messages on these dating apps. And we also all know how men can be when it comes to sex, right? Men are motivated first and foremost, if we're being completely honest here, by sex and physical attractiveness. And when you pair that with the ability to message random girls that you find hot and that you just matched with on a dating app, it turns into women getting a lot of unsolicited messages from men on dating apps. And it kind of paints this negative perception of men for women, right? You know, if you're getting all of these trashy messages or sex motivated messages right off the bat on these dating apps, and men are shooting you pickup lines that, you know, just aren't resonating, it can paint this picture of all men kind of being trash, kind of being pigs, right? And I think what people forget to remember when it comes to dating apps and when it comes to wanting to find a relationship and someone to date is that we have to put ourselves in the right frame of mind in order to receive that, right? We have to put ourselves in a position to where we can actually welcome in a relationship. And when we're on these dating apps and it's painting this negative perception of men being pigs and men being trash, it's really hard then for you to be attracted to a man, because before you even get to know them, before you even give them a chance, because of all your previous experience getting all these gross messages and all these shallow messages on dating apps, you're already having this negative perception of what men are. And because of that, you're probably not even giving most men a chance. And while yes, there are a lot of men that are only looking for sex on these dating apps and are only looking for hookups, there's also a lot of men who are actually genuinely good guys that genuinely are just looking for a relationship. But, you know, because of the dynamic of dating apps and because women are kind of, you know, at an advantage on these dating apps, they're just writing off a lot of men that very well could be a good match for them and not even giving them a chance in the first place. It kind of creates this like superiority complex in a sense, and it's really hard to be attracted to someone when you feel like you are above them. And that's kind of what these dating apps do, is they put you on a pedestal, and that's just how it is. So the point being made in this is that yes, while it may feel good to get a lot of messages and get a lot of attention on these dating apps, I think you have to kind of take a step back and think about are you actually connecting with people, and is there actually a possibility of you finding a relationship, or are you just on these dating apps for the validation and the entertainment aspects that it's giving you? And I've said this in other videos kind of on different topics, but you know, we have to be careful of the types of content we're consuming and how it's kind of shaping our worldview. And I've just noticed that these dating apps paint a very negative picture of the opposite sex oftentimes, just because of how they're set up. So just something to think about, something to consider when you're struggling to find someone to date and you're still, you know, stuck on these dating apps. I'm gonna make another video talking about the perspective from a guy's view and how dating apps can negatively affect their viewpoint and their perspective on women, because I've noticed this being a trend, right? These dating apps and even just social media in general kind of paints a negative image of the opposite sex. And I've noticed that there's this like divide between men and women in modern day society, and I don't think it's healthy. So if you guys want to see that video, I'll probably be uploading that in the next week or two. Subscribe to the channel and you will see it when I post it. But that's all I got. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.